Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Curious Realms continuing coverage of CES 2024. We are here with Yoni from VIZR. Tell us a little bit about VIZR. I myself am a binaural beat musician. I've used binaural beats, things like that, to help tune my brain for years. But not many people know that there is a visual quality to the same kind of thing. So tell us a little bit about the VIZR technology and what it's about.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we found is similar to dreams, which are hallucinations. Your brain is creating a hallucination when you're asleep.
Sure.
We found that we can recreate the same experience with a light and sound choreography, where if you shine light on closed eyes, because the brain is a pattern recognition machine, always trying to make sense of the world around it, it gets this visual information that it doesn't quite know what to do with, and with that information it starts to hallucinate colors that aren't there and shapes that aren't there, and it goes on an entire brainwave journey through the light and sound composition. And the reason people do this, the benefit is that it feels like a brain massage. And so people come out of it feeling very relaxed. 10-minute session feels like a 30-minute nap. And they're like, wow, brain massage, I feel much better.
Yeah, and I used to have an app, or not app, but inside of one of the first machines I ever got, which was the Voyager XL. They used to sell it at Sharper Image back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It had a function that was the 15-minute nap, where it actively took you through a full course of brain activity from active all the way down to, deep theta realm sleep, then back up in like 15 minutes. It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about being able to decompress your mind, being able to once again give it that dream state that it's looking for, that we really only get in deep REM. There's only a small slice of our sleep cycle that is dreaming sleep. So the more you can do that, the more relaxed your brain is, the more plastic your brain is, the more ready it is to receive new information.
Absolutely. And what we've discovered is that we're really trying to venture into that fourth state of consciousness that we don't get to go to, the waking dream. Because you have your awake, you have your sleep, you have sleeping dreams, but we're never in that waking dream state. And it can be a source of deep rest and restoration. And we're really thankful to those, what they were called mind machines in the 80s and 90s, right? The mind machines, that they were the kind of the first inventions, and even that based on previous research. And then we've taken that as well as elements from EMDR and frequency following response to take this to the next level, like a much more vibrant, deeper journey through the brain.
Incredible. Now, how does the technology actually work, and how does it go about syncing the brain?
Yeah, so there's 9 LEDs. They're simply just white 9 LEDs, and we have a proprietary software that we use to program both the flickering and as well as the pattern of the lights. We call it the macro, the meso, and the micro, of how the lights should blink and in what order. And surprisingly, the brain is very easy to influence, right? Something as simple as lights ascending in a grid has an uplifting effect, right? Lights descending has a very calming, sedative effect. So we had to take this and as well as some EMDR concepts in order to put the brain into different states, and what we call them probabilistic states. So like if two people listen to a sad song, they're going to have different reactions. One might cry, one might feel just a little sad, but it's in that realm of possibilities.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the applications that y'all are looking at for this technology? What is the intended client base?
Yeah, so the most popular thing people use this for is to help them sleep. It helps with a lot of insomnia issues. We have a doctor in California that's been using our prototype for 2 years with PTSD and insomnia patients, and has found that 70% of those patients saw an improvement in one session that would normally take 10 to 20 biofeedback sessions.
Wow.
With sleep,
Yeah.
We have Gerd Kartner, which is an Olympian that uses it for athletic performance because he wants to optimize his mental performance.
Sure.
With athletes, it's they've often figured out the physical optimization.
Yeah.
And we're seeing how important that the mental game is as well, and what can I do to put myself in that focused mental state to get that clear head, that presence, so I can perform
Yeah.
on a mental level.
Well, and that's kind of a lot of the use of binaural beats, things like that people don't realize is that, yes, you can train your brain. It is a muscle. You can train it to absolutely produce alpha waves when you need it, things like that. And it is through the repetition of these frequencies, even the flashing light frequencies, things like that, that allow your brain to go, oh, so that's what you're wanting to do. Okay. And once it's been through it a few times, it really does kind of start to get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we found that the more you use it, the more effective it is. The first time, it's like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? These lights are bright. Goodness gracious. And then the more you do it, the more you can sink into it and get more benefits out of it.
Now, I mean, of course, with flashing lights, things like that, what are the risks of folks with epilepsy, that kind of stuff?
Stay far away.
Far away.
Unfortunately, if you have epilepsy or a seizure disorder, this is not something you should try.
Yeah, and that's important to note because all of our brains work differently, you know, and it's interesting how even though they work differently, there are principles that are applied to all of them and that can work with all of them, such as this, as far as, you know, bringing yourself to a point of, like you were saying, with athletes too, getting in the zone faster, you know, and being able to hit those points of reflexive thought faster.
Exactly.
So what's the entry point for something like this? What price point are you looking at? Is it available out on market right now?
Yeah, we are shipping our first units in 2 weeks from the factory. We've been in development for 2 years. 2 years of prototyping, 7 years of development, and for the last 2 years it's been in doctors' hands and just like initial beta testers.
Okay.
And we're launching at $440 for the base headset, and it comes with an app with some free sessions, and then $11 a month if you want deeper sessions.
Okay. All right. And can you craft your own sessions within that app? Can you use it? Because, like, I know, I'm trying to remember the name of I've got a Muse headset.
Yes.
And my Muse headset does all kinds of things inside of my meditation app. It'll track how long it takes me to get to the point of focus, to the point of meditation, things like that. Do you have the same thing built into your app, where you get feedback as far as how long it takes you to get into zone, things like that?
So it doesn't have any sensors yet.
Okay.
That is something we're looking at, or partnering with, say, Muse or another technology to bring those together. We have over 60 different sessions already that are just for different effects. You want something to calm you down. Mm-hmm. You want something to focus you. You want to reset your alpha brain waves. Whatever it may be, we have 60 different possible sessions. People like to combine them in playlists of, like, I want to put these 3 together to go on this journey.
Totally.
Yeah.
How long is the average session?
11 minutes.
Okay.
They're all about 11 minutes. We find is like the minimum effective dose of light, essentially.
It's interesting because that's right around the REM cycle.
Yeah.
You know, it's right around the time that you actively spend dreaming within a cycle. It's not like you're dreaming all night, not like you're dreaming for hours at a time. It's only about a 10 or 15 minute length that you actively dream at night. So the fact that y'all locked into that and kind of followed that same brain pattern is fantastic.
Yeah.
Where can people go to get VIZR? Where can they go to find out more about you?
Yeah, so our website or Instagram right now, NeuroVIZR.com, NeuroVIZR.com.
Awesome. Yoni, thank you so much. Fantastic,
Thank you
amazing
so much.
technology. I can't wait to try it out here in a minute. So,
let's do it.
awesome. While you are online checking out everything from VIZR, folks, make sure to stop on by Curious Realm. CuriousRealm.com is where you can like, follow, subscribe. It's where you can find all of our content. Stay tuned for more amazing technology here at CES 2024.